What's up, everybody? Welcome to Normieville.
I can't say anymore. I'm probably already in trouble for mentioning it to a, well, we call you normies.
So in this episode, I want to talk about, as you might already know, the show Undisputed and specifically Shannon Sharpe. Now, I watched Undisputed when it first came out, and this was around the time that First Take was starting to dip a little bit in the ratings, and they were starting to change host. They were getting tired of Max Kellerman and all that. And to be honest, Stephen A. Smith was pretty much running over all the hosts that come on there. Max Kellerman was getting ready to get let go soon. And it was pretty much Stephen A. Smith versus everybody else, right? And it was getting kind of boring. So when Undisputed came out, it was very refreshing to have a veteran sports beat writer / commentator in Skip Bayless and a Hall of Fame athlete in Shannon Sharpe, and have the best of both worlds. Have a veteran commentator and a veteran athlete that can both speak from different sides of the coin when it comes to sports in general. And it was very good. They had very good chemistry, at least I thought. Their personalities used to clash, but in a good way, a very entertaining way. But as of late, I would say over the last year or so, Skip Bayless seems to have crossed the line with Shannon Sharpe in a lot of different ways, okay? We've had several disagreements on the show that seems to get more heated and heated every year. You had the one incident with the tweet that Skip Bayless had with Darvin Hamlin, I believe his name was, when he had an injury and then they postponed the game, they rescheduled it, and Skip had a problem with that, which Shannon actually didn't come on the show for a day after that, and then Skip Bayless had to do a pseudo apology, and then you had the infamous time where Skip Bayless completely disrespected Shannon Sharpe on the air, downplaying his career because to defend Tom Brady, saying, "Oh well, you only played X amount of years and you weren't as good as him." Blah blah. Just y'all saw the clip. Just completely disrespectful. He told Shannon Sharpe to put his glasses back on. It was a really big deal, and I think that was the pinnacle of it. But in any case, news broke. U.S. time last night. I was in Germany, so I saw it this morning when I woke up and got ready to go to work. But in any case, the news has broken that the shoe finally dropped that we all, again, saw coming, like you saw in my thumbnail. We all saw this coming, I believe. And it says here from the New York Post, Shannon Sharpe's leaving FS1 undisputed. Yes. I will read the article, but to sum it up, at the end of the NBA Finals, which is going on currently, at the end of the NBA Finals, they will have the last episode, and Shannon Sharpe is leaving the show. But there's details, and we're going to get into it right now. Let's read.
Skip, let me finish.
All right, okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead, let's go, Jen.
Shannon Sharpe's partnership with Skip Bayless soon will be coming to a conclusion. Sharpe and Fox Sports, the parent company of Fox Sports 1, which airs Undisputed, have reached a buyout agreement, sources have told the Post. Sharpe's final show is expected to be aired after the 2023 NBA Finals conclude in June. Sharpe's popular Club Shay Shay podcast, which draws a big audience on social media and YouTube, will also be leaving Fox Sports, a source added. Now, Shannon Sharpe does have this Club Shay Shay podcast on YouTube, which I think has over 1 million subscribers at this point. I watch it sometimes. He has a lot of different guests on there, hip-hop artists, athletes, comedians, actors, all the like. He has very good questions. They have a good studio, good production, very good show, in my opinion. They cut it up, all that. You know how podcasts go, but very good show. You should check it out. You look it up on YouTube. Anyway, apparently that's leaving. I didn't know that was under the FS1 umbrella. I didn't know that was under Fox Sports, but I guess it is. And I guess that's leaving too. There was a public friction between Sharpe and Bayless on the show after the Bills safety Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field during a Week 17 game against the Bengals this past NFL season. Bayless, in a stream of consciousness tweet sent after Hamlin had collapsed, but before the rest of the game had been canceled, wrote, "No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant." Yes, I don't know if they played the rest of the. No, I think they canceled the game because, again, this was a very bad injury. Everybody was distraught. And I think they canceled the game, ended up rescheduling for another day. Or no matter of fact, they didn't play the game at all, I don't think. Which a lot of people say that this did have something to play with how the rest of the season turned out and how the standings went. And to be fair, was it kind of insensitive because of the timing of the incident? Yes. Was Skip Bayless wrong in his assumption? No. But again, like I said, it was bad timing when it came out. He could have voiced this a little bit later on, you know, because he tweeted this like almost right after the incident happened, because he found out a few, I think, hours or so after the game that they were going to postpone it, blah, blah. And it was a bad take in my opinion, but it is what it is. He tweeted that out. Shannon missed the show. I think that Monday he didn't come on the show, and everybody knew why, because Shannon had a big problem with it because he's an NFL athlete and people get injured, you know, hits home to him. So that was a problem. But let's read a little bit more.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal...
Put your glasses back on.
Sharpe stayed home from Undisputed the following morning. Again, like I said, that Monday morning. When he returned a day later on that Tuesday, he said that he had wished Bayless would have taken the tweet down, while Bayless said that he stood by. The two then had a disagreement on whether FS1 bosses wanted Bayless to offer an explanation for the tweet. Yes, they had an on-air spat after that because Shannon voiced his angst against this tweet in a professional way on air. And Skip Bayless will say, I'm not going, he said, and Shannon Sharpe pretty much said, well, I think you should take it down. Skip pretty much told him he's not taking it down. He said, I stand by it. You know, I apologize for the timing error, but I said what I said. He pretty much, you know, stood on his square about it. And they had a spat about it, and then they moved. I think they went to a commercial break, and they came back. Yeah, it was bad. And I'll play the video about it. You see it right here. I'll play the clip here in just a sec. Well, yeah, YouTube guidelines. But you see it down here, right? I'll leave a link to this video in the description box, and you can watch it for yourself. Let's finish this article here.
Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip
says here, at the time, there were a number of armchair observers, including the former FS1 host Marcus Wiley, who predicted the duo were headed for a breakup. Quote, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me, Sharpe said. Now, again, that was all part of that back and forth they had after the Damar Hamlin incident. This is primal. This is two alphas fighting for territory. Wiley said on Instagram, this is about power because the dynamic of power on this show has shifted, whether it's real or imagined. Right now, we're all seeing a battle for it. Let's see who comes out undisputed. People close to Sharpe proudly say he did not seek to be the unquestioned leader of the show, but wanted to be equal with Skip Bayless in the program's topic selection. Another element that seemed to bleed over between the two was that Sharpe was close with LeBron, while Bayless had been a hard grader of LeBron's performance over the years. Sharpe 54 was the unquestioned choice to join Bayless as co-host on Undisputed after Bayless left his first take partnership with Stephen A. Smith and joined FS1 in 2016. Now, Skip Bayless, I guess for better or for worse, always had criticism of LeBron James. Meanwhile, Shannon Sharpe seemed to always praise LeBron James, whether he did good or bad. He seemed to, push accountability off of other people when LeBron James did bad, and when he did good, he was always over the top with praise. At the same token, Skip Bayless always held LeBron to account whether he did good or bad. And at the same time, Skip Bayless always was also a jockstrap sniffer for Tom Brady in the same way that Shannon Sharpe used to always cheerlead for LeBron James. Skip Bayless never criticized Tom Brady, or very little. And again, on the same token, just like Shannon Sharpe did his boy, every time Tom Brady did something great, he would go over the top to praise Tom Brady. At the same time, when Tom Brady would have a bad game or may make some mistakes, he would always pawn it off on the offense or the receiving core or whatever, bad game, blah, blah. So they both had their, I guess, favor as far as athletes. But again, some of the stuff they had going on eventually bled out, I believe, into their actual professional relationship. And now we all see it. We all know why this breakup is happening. Shannon Sharpe, I don't think, had any other opportunities out there. He just got tired of doing this back and forth. But there is an article that came out after this that says, that kind of tells why Shannon Sharpe decided to leave the show. Check this out. This is like an hour ago. It says Shannon Sharpe hints at the reason for Skip Bayless' split on Undisputed. Let's read this article.
You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
Now, I skipped past all the parts where they were going over the actual under the split between Fox Sports because you already know about that. But let's read this part right here, okay? Quote, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game. That was talking about the Damar Hamlin thing. But how Bayless wrote at the time, this late in the season, blah, blah. The pair even argued over the matter when Sharpe returned to the show the following day. And you see it right there, the Damar Hamlin tweet. That was part of it. Of course, they said he had a bad 2 months. I remember I did a video about that where he was talking about he had a bad 2 months. And he was on a podcast. They were asking him about his relationship with Skip Bayless. This happened right after the Brady incident, I believe. Let's scroll down here a little bit.
I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
During the December 12th, 2020 installment of the show, Bayless and Sharpe went at it during a discussion about the greatest of Tom Brady, who Bayless said is a better football player than Shannon Sharpe ever was. Sharpe then accused Bayless of taking personal shots at him, and things only escalated from there. Sharpe's final show is expected to be aired after the 2023 finals conclude. Sharpe and Bayless joined forces on Undisputed after Bayless left ESPN's First Take in 2016. Following 4 years of debating with Stephen A. Smith, Sharpe and Bayless did not immediately respond for requests for comment, nor did a Fox Sports spokesperson. It is unclear how FS1 will move forward with the show in terms of a potential replacement for Sharpe. Now, I don't think they're going to find a replacement for Sharpe because their on-air relationship was good. Now, again, I guess behind the scenes, not so much. But in order for, in my opinion, for this to still continue on, they're going to have to find another athlete. And Skip Bayless doesn't have the best rapport with people out here. So I don't know if anybody's going to work with him. He's probably going to end up having his own show. Skip also has a podcast on YouTube. I don't know how good it does. I'll watch it from time to time myself. But I believe they're going to end up having to make a whole new show for Skip because, I mean, Undisputed is Skip and Shannon, right? Like, how are you going to rebrand that? You're skipping who else, right? Is it still going to be called Undisputed? In my opinion, they're going to have to cancel the show, or they're going to do like they did First Take, which to me is lame, where they have is pretty much Stephen A. Smith, and they have different various hosts and commentators come on every day and debate topics. Now, they can do that, and it'd be just Skip Undisputed, I guess, right? Because it won't be anybody else, and they'll just have Skip debating with random other hosts and stand-ins, which to me will very much taint the show. They might as well get rid of it. So I don't know what's going to happen to Skip, but Sharpe is out of there. He's taking his personality. He's taking Club Shay Shay, and he's moving on from Fox Sports. He's moving on from Skip Bayless, and we'll see where he lands, and we'll see what happens to Skip Bayless and his tenure at Fox. So thank you again for attending another episode of Normieville. You know me, I'm just a normie here to bring you the latest and greatest in sports, entertainment, and politics. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments section. Please, please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell on your way out of the door. And I will see you on the next video.